In a state that's known for its leftism, lunacy and downright socialism, a local New York business has shown all of us that just because you live and do business in a far-left state doesn't mean you have to be one of them and subscribe to their asinine ideas. Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee earlier this week gave praise to a restaurant in New York after it posted a sign outside its building that read his daughter, Sarah Sanders, is welcome anytime. Open, breakfast Sarah Sanders welcome anytime, the message read. Lifezette reported. Former Arkansas Gov. Mike Huckabee on Tuesday praised a restaurant in New York after it posted a sign outside its building that said Sarah Sanders, his daughter, was welcome anytime. The White House press secretary was kicked out of a Virginia-based restaurant on Friday and tweeted about it on Saturday. Her father has now shared a photo on Twitter of a sign that was posted outside Kip's restaurant. Open, breakfast Sarah Sanders welcome anytime, the message said. The former Arkansas governor, as Fox News reported, mused that the restaurant in South Wales, New York, looks like my kind of place. The press secretary was escorted off the premises last weekend by staff at the Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia. The former Arkansas governor told Laura Ingraham on her radio program Monday morning that his daughter and her family, after they politely left the restaurant at the staff's request, were then followed by restaurant employees as they made their way to a different restaurant. In fact, a little-known part of this story is that after Sarah and her husband left and the family relocated to a restaurant across the street, the owner of the Red Hen then organized an effort to go and scream at them from the sidewalk at the other restaurant, said Huckabee. The co-owner of the eatery, Stephanie Wilkerson, told the Washington Post that this feels like the moment in our democracy when people have to make uncomfortable actions and decisions to uphold their morals. Wilkerson said she explained that the restaurant has certain standards that I feel it has to uphold, such as honesty, and compassion, and cooperation, before ultimately asking Sanders to leave. The owner has resigned from the local business organization, as Sanders tweeted Saturday night about the incident. Last night I was told by the owner of the Red Hen in Lexington, VA, to leave because I work for at POTUS and I politely left. Her actions say far more about her than about me. I always do my best to treat people, including those I disagree with, respectfully and will continue to do so. It was announced on Tuesday that the Secret Service will begin providing security for the press secretary at her home on a temporary basis, as many news outlets are reporting. In other late-breaking developments on Tuesday, the Red Hen restaurant will remain closed until next week, and the owner has resigned from a local business organization, Fox News has reported. The former Arkansas governor told the Laura Ingraham show on Monday that after his daughter Sarah and her family left the liberal-owned Red Hen restaurant after being asked to leave because of who she works for, they moved their party to a restaurant across the street, only to be followed by restaurant employees as they strolled to the other establishment where they continued to scream at her from the sidewalk. He then confirmed that the far-left owner of the Red Hen actually organized the effort to make her employees go and scream at them from the sidewalk of the other restaurant. The owner of the Red Hen has since resigned from a local business organization, and we now have confirmation that her restaurant itself will be closed until sometime next week, if not longer, which is a smart move since she gives all business owners a bad name and has no business even running a taco cart outside the local flea market. Although the owner in this incident went much further when she took it upon herself to organize a mob to follow the press secretary across the street to scream at her and her family. What the left doesn't seem to be capable of understanding is that any business should have the right to deny service to anyone, for any reason. But that goes both ways. If the left wants to cheer this business owner on while she segregates conservatives, that's their right, but they will also have to cheer the next time a Christian baker refuses to bake a cake for a same-sex wedding. Isn't it funny how freedom actually works?